Welcome to the Rich Idea Library. Today we're getting into David Back's book, The Automatic Millionaire. You ever wonder why some people seem to build wealth almost effortlessly, while others, well, they really struggle?
Yeah, it's a common question, and Bach argues it's maybe less about how much you earn.
And more about how you handle it.
A system.
An automated system. Because, look, the book highlights some pretty stark numbers.
No.
Like 57% of American employees, they have less than $25,000 in savings.
Wow, less than 25. That's not a lot for retirement.
It's not. And for baby boomers, the average financial assets are under $1,000.
Oof, okay.
So clearly the standard advice isn't working for everyone. This book, though, it suggests a different path, sort of hidden formula. All right, let's get into it. The first big idea you mentioned is this tortoise versus hare thing. Forget the quick sprint. For wealth building, Bach says, think slow and steady, like the tortoise.
Okay, makes sense. Consistency. It's about that steady progress over your lifetime. And, it really busts the myth that you need some massive salary or you have to be a Wall Street genius.
But an accessible then.
Absolutely. He tells this great story about Jim and Sue McIntyre, just a regular couple.
Not million-dollar earners?
Nope, pretty average income. But get this, they built up a net worth of $2 million by the time Jim was planning to retire at 52.
$2 million? How? Not inheritance.
No inheritance, just smart, common sense rules about money. And crucially, their success wasn't about, painful budgeting every single day.
No spreadsheets every night.
Perfectly not. It was about setting up a system, an automatic one that just worked for them in the background.
Okay, that leads nicely into another point, doesn't it? This idea of looking rich versus being rich.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one today, isn't it?
Totally. With social media and everything, there's so much pressure to, look successful, fancy car, nice clothes.
Right, and that pressure pushes people into debt just to keep up appearances, an image they can't really afford.
But the McIntyres, they didn't play that game.
Exactly. They understood the difference. They focused on actual wealth, building it quietly instead of showing off.
So true wealth is what's happening behind the scenes, the assets you're accumulating.
Precisely. Not the expensive watch or the least luxury car. It's about financial freedom, not just looking the part.
Okay, so how do you, the listener, start doing this? This brings us to maybe the most powerful idea in the book.
I think so. It's the pay yourself first principle.
Right. Most people, paycheck comes in, first thing is bills, rent, mortgage.
Yep. Pay everyone else. And then, if there's anything left over, maybe, just maybe, save a little.
But automatic millionaires flip that.
Completely. They pay themselves first,
Right.
before a single bill gets paid.
That sounds radical, but simple.
It is simple and powerful because the beauty of it is you can't spend money you don't actually see in your main account.
So you automate it out before you're tempted.
Exactly. Set up an automatic transfer. A certain percentage of your income goes straight to savings or investments the day you get paid, before it even hits your checking account.
So it takes willpower out of the equation. It's pre-commitment.
You got it. It just happens. Fun fact, the government figured this out way back in 1943.
How so?
Payroll deductions for taxes. They started taking the money before people got their full paycheck. Paying themselves first, essentially.
Never thought of it that way. So we should copy that strategy for our own savings.
Definitely. If it works for Uncle Sam, it can work for you.
Okay, so we've got the slow and steady mindset, focusing on real wealth, paying yourself first automatically. What else? There was something about coffee.
Ah, yes, the famous latte factor.
Right. Sounds small, but I guess it adds up.
It really does. This is about those small, everyday expenses, the things we barely think about.
Like that fancy coffee every morning. Or maybe a soda
Or cigarettes, snacks, subscriptions you don't use. Individually, they seem tiny, right?
Yeah.
A few bucks here, a few bucks there.
Yeah, easy to dismiss.
But Back points out that daily $4 latte, over a year, that's well over $1,000, maybe $1,260 or more. A daily pack of cigarettes, easily $2,500 a year.
Wow, when you put it like that.
It's not small change anymore, is it? This small stuff quietly drains your potential savings. The trick is to find your latte factor.
So identify those little leaks.
Yeah, What are your regular, seemingly insignificant purchases that actually add up to a significant amount? You might be really surprised, maybe even shocked when you track it for a week or two.
Okay, so let's recap the core ideas we've hit today.
Well, we talked about embracing the tortoise's pace, slow, steady, consistent saving and investing.
Right, and prioritizing being actually rich, not just looking rich. Building real assets.
Then the big one, pay yourself first. Automate it so it just happens.
And finally, identify and manage your latte factor, those small expenses that bleed you dry over time.
Put those together, and you're laying a really solid foundation. These are, the first essential steps to becoming an automatic millionaire.
It's about making these changes automatic, turning them into habits that build wealth without you constantly thinking about it.
That's the power of the system.
Really valuable stuff.
My pleasure.
For everyone listening, definitely take a moment to think about these principles. How could you apply them? Be sure to like and subscribe because we'll be back with part 2 of this discussion.